Hello, it's Delia. Thanks for clicking on. Okay, so we're going to be talking a little bit about listening in particular, because right now is really important that you can hear what's true and what's not true. And I tell you, it's mixed in together. So you already have a tremendous tool for doing this, which is your body. But we're so enculturated to ignore our bodies, we don't really know how to listen. And there's a lot of misinterpretation of the signals. So we're going to do some really simple ways to start to be able to tell for yourself what do you need to listen to and what can you ignore. It could be ignoring it because it's inaccurate information. It could be it's time to ignore it because it's just going to aggravate you. And this is a period of emotional manipulation from every front. The more people can be overstimulated and out of their bodies and unable to ground or know what's real and what's not real, the more, let's say, the nefarious energies, it's not exactly right, but we'll go with that. The more the nefarious energies can, run the show. So you could think of all of this as intensive training in how to be in your body and know what's real and how to be sovereign, because that's the only way through all of this, is to be more you, more sovereign. And I don't mean more your personality. Our personalities are basically a collection of coping patterns and projections. So there's not going to be any security in being more your personality. The security that you seek is in being more your true self, which has never really had a stage before. It's never really been valued because it isn't valued in this society. What's valued in the society is buying and selling and power, domination over people, not power, not real power, but domination over people. So there's a lot of misinformation, and you don't have time. You have to start where you are. That's it. You have to do all you can from where you are with what you have. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to do a little practice that you can take with you. And I recommend you use it every time you're making a decision or a choice. And we make, I don't know, don't hold me to this, but we make something like 60,000 choices a day, let's say. And of those choices and those decisions, they're usually binary, and they're usually some kind of either or that doesn't include everything. And they're usually made emotionally, unconsciously, not subconsciously, but unconsciously, because of the wiring of the coping patterns and what the coping patterns are trying to protect. So you don't have to believe any of that, but starting to recalibrate your system so that you can get a yes or a no, so that you can get flow or no flow, stop or go, is really important, especially if you're interested in the world and what's going on in the world and where we're going next. And you're trying to gather information because you want to be informed, but it's really tricky because so much information has biased premises. So whatever version of media you usually go to, you can't just listen with a grain of salt. You have to really either get incredibly well educated in the next 30 seconds, or like the history of the past 50 years kind of thing, or learn how to know for yourself. And this knowing for yourself is not a mandate, like everybody has to know what you know, or if it's true for you, it must be true for everybody, or if it's not true for you, it mustn't be true for anybody. It's not black and white. Nothing is black and white anymore. Sorry. If it ever was, it ain't now. So here's the tool. So just close your eyes and just take a few nice deep breaths. And breathe in through your nose to the count of 4. Take a moment, pause, and then exhale to the count of 5. And exhale blowing through your mouth, right? So that's not the right timing. I have allergies. But breathe in through your nose, pause, exhale through your mouth, through pursed lips. There's a reason for that, but I'm not going to go into it right now. But it does help your body. So you just take a few nice deep breaths and just allow yourself to come in to your body more. Just come back. Call all of your energies back from all the people, places, and things. Every place you're trying to be, what your plans for the next day or the week. Just call all of your energy back from all of that. Call your energy back from your friends, your loved ones, your frenemies, from the people you loathe. Just call all of your energy back to right here, right now, and continue to breathe. And notice how that changes everything when you come back to you, right here, right now. And you can use today's date to help you locate right here, right now. So just bring all of your energy and attention back to right here, right now. For instance, July 29th, 2025. All the parts that you know about, as well as all the parts that you don't know about. You're calling your energy back to you. And your energy is inherently safe for you. There you go. All right, now I'm going to say some things, and you're going to ask your body, you're going to notice the sensations in your body. So ask your body for responses that you can feel. You have a physical sensation and that you can be aware of. So the first thing you say is, truth, my name is, and say your actual name. And then ask for the sensation, water or paint thinner, light or heavy. So if you've given yourself your name, you should have a sensation of light or ease or water flowing. And then this time, say, truth, my name is, Edward, something that your name isn't. And ask your body for a water or paint thinner, light or heavy, flow or no flow. And notice where it is that you feel it. And now just ask your body, is it accurate? Is whatever the sensation was, is this sensation, truth, is this sensation my yes? And wait for a light or a heavy. And then ask, so truth, is this sensation a no? And then wait for the light or heavy. So in this practice, what we've just done here, you ought to be able to have a sense of flow or ease. It can show up in many different ways. And you should have a sensation of stop or heaviness or oppression or tightness. And those are your yes and your no. Now, you're not, who are you asking, right? When you're asking these questions, you're asking your whole self, which is the incredible wisdom of your body, and your body cannot lie. We just misinterpret bodies all the time. As well as your infinite self, your higher self, your whatever you think of as your bigger self. Your infinite self is the consciousness that has always been through all your lifetimes. It's the consciousness, it's the home that you go to when you stop having a body, and it's the home that you leave when you start having a body. So you're including all of that. And when you say truth beforehand, you're just kind of calibrating everybody. Okay, we're just going for, accuracy here. So if you use light and heavy or water and paint thinner to make decisions, to make choices, your life will completely change. Because without having to go through the nutty box, as I sometimes call the brain, the analyzer, you can start to align your choices with what's in alignment with your greater good. And that will start to clear out just a whole lot of distractions and problems and going down rabbit holes that you have no business going down. So practicing light and heavy as a way to make choices is a great way to start navigating to the true north of you, infinite you. And the more body personality gets aligned with infinite you, the easier, the more ease you have in everything. So when you are listening to the news or reading somebody that you like to keep up with what's going on, because what's going on is really important, and how you feel about it and what you want to do about it is really important. But it's not important to be wagged, to be thrown around and to be emotionally manipulated. It's really important to use these times to grow stronger within the true you. And using water and paint thinner to make choices can help with that quite a bit. I always tell people, use it for, you have to eat multiple times a day, hopefully. And so use it for your food. We go to the grocery store, you pick up a cabbage and you just ask your body, truth, is this the right cabbage for me? And you wait for a sense. It's not going to be a really strong one because it's not a hot issue. But then pick up another cabbage and ask, is that the one? You don't have to pick it up. You can just look at it. But start developing this method of communication. And the more you use it, the more confidence you're going to have in it, and the stronger your knowing is going to be able to come through, and it's going to be a lot easier. And the more you're choosing to live in alignment with your greatest good, and this tool helps you do that, the more ease you're going to have because you're going to be clearing up confusion in your own head, and you're going to be being in alignment with your own true self just makes everything a lot easier. So when you're listening to people, you have to be curious about what is their premise, what's the premise of this statement, and what's their point of view, and what are they defending. A lot of times, because everybody's so emotionally jacked, everybody's second chakra is so overstimulated, and first with a lot of threat energy. So threat energy is a great control device. So being aware that this is going on, using light and heavy, you can start to weed out what should you even be listening to. Because if it's just designed to get you out of your mind crazy, why is it? It's not any good for you. It's not gonna benefit you. And with the internet, there's so much focus out there. What's happening halfway across the world, what's happening halfway across the country. There's a premise in the culture that if you don't pay attention to those things, then you've got your head in the sand and you're part of the problem, or a lot of judgment. But if everybody was paying close attention to their own environment and the environment of their community, family, and or whoever's around you, literally, right here, right now. The more all of us pay attention to that, the cleaner that gets. The cleaner, the healthier, the more friendly, the more community, the more connected, right? And if coast to coast and around the world, everybody is attending to their spot physically, my physical spot, the people that I see, the roads I drive on, the restaurants I go to, then that's going to make a difference. So Rumi has a great thing that says, you're not a drop in the ocean, you're the ocean in a drop. So the more you tend to your drop, your shadow work, your parts work, your cleaning out the programming and stopping the mass hypnosis, stop buying into it. The more you wake up, and there's always more to wake up to. There's always more to unlearn, oddly enough. And you get freer and freer all the time. So then that's what you're contributing to the world. And a long time ago, I figured out that my upset stomach and my inability to sleep is not contributing to anything. It's not contributing to making the world a more righteous place. And by righteous, I mean balanced and whole and inclusive and lovely to be here, thriving for all. So participating, life is a full contact sport. We're meant to be participants, and we're meant to have our voices, and we're meant to operate together. We're supposed to be cooperating spirit and body and spirit, as well as human to human, as well as the parts that we have inside of us. So when they say as above, so below, what's going on, you're a microcosm. And then you're engaging in the external world. That's how the balance is designed. So the more you can discern what to listen to and what not to listen to, and what's in your best interest. I don't mean in a dominating kind of greedy way. I mean what is in your best interest. The way you care about a loved one, you want their best interest, right? So what's in your best interest is being whole and happy and thriving and contributing from that, because that's what the world really needs. The more all of us can be seen and see each other and thrive as we are, then 90% of what's going on can't be going on anymore. And we have to get there. And each of us has a role to play. And each of us is at the front of the battle. Now, it doesn't mean each of us does the same thing. I'm not going to run for office and go to the Hill. That's not how I'm going to do it. And you should do the things that are true to you. They're valuable. So it could be community stuff. It could be donating. It could be contributing money. It could be donating time and doing clerical work at somebody's campaign headquarters. It could be anything. It could be nothing overtly political. It could be being kind to, the old folks. It could be being kind to the animals. It could be whatever it is that's true for you, that you really do care about. So it's really an invitation to be more you and to do more of what matters to you and to create for you the kind of world that you want us to live in. And you will find other people who have a similar vision, and then you can collaborate. So it's really a beautiful system of cooperation and collaboration. And the heinous, ridiculously awful things that are going on are, from a spiritual perspective, they are the things that have to change for us to get to where we want to go. And it's true in all healing work. If you say you want more love in your life, then the universe is going to help by showing you all the places where you reject love and all the places where you refuse love. So there's this process that is misinterpreted all the time as punishment or combativeness, but really it's the universe generously showing us where we need to grow and where we need to stop doing a bunch of things that we've been enculturated to do. There is no going back is just really, really, really true. There's no going back to any of it. What we had in the past 50 years at any given time is nothing to go back to. We have to go forward. Life is always going forward. It's always growing forward. It may do it through cycles. It may do it through cycles of germinating and then growing and then blossoming and then decaying and then going fallow and being transmuted into food for other beings and other critters. And then the cycle begins again. It's always in motion. Life is always in motion. So all of this nihilistic stuff that says stop, 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 none of it's sustainable. Life cannot sustain stop energy like that. And life will roll over it, and we're going to help. So use water and paint thinner as often as possible. The more you use it, the broader the language is going to be. It's going to be easier for you, and you're going to be able to use it in emotionally hot situations. You have to build your muscles. You have to start with the light stuff, like, what food should I eat? Do I turn left or right here? And the more you practice with the light stuff, the more you develop the spiritual muscle, so that when you do have emotionally hot things that can potentially cloud your understanding, you have something to fall back on that it can be stronger than that. You have to build the muscle, though. All right, so this is longer than I intended, but there was a lot to cover. So thanks. I'll see you next time.